Continuing on in our notes on doing some basic mole conversion, this is going to focus in on converting moles to grams or grams to moles when using compounds. All right, starting off with water. How many moles are in 62.50 grams of water? So just like all of our other videos, 62.50 grams H2O over 1, right? That was the emphasis from previous exposure to these concepts. The next thing I'm going to need is the molar mass of water. One of the charts that's super helpful throughout this unit, you guys have referred back to this many times, is the table of atomic masses. A reminder to you, when we are calculating out the actual molar mass, we're going to round those out to the hundredths place. All right, so 18.02, make it so you can see everything here. Sorry about that. 18.02 grams of water in every 1 mole of water. Now, when I do my final answer, when I record my final answer, I will make sure that I am rounding according to the sig figs based in the first part of the question. So there were 4 sig figs in 62.50. So my final answer here should be 3.468 moles of water. All right, next problem. Again, we're just looking at unit cancellation throughout this whole thing. Now, how many grams are in 5.34 moles of water? So starting out again with 5.34, which has 3 sig figs. Put that over 1. And now I'm going to use that conversion factor we just used in reverse. Because I need to cancel out moles of water, 1 mole of water will go on the bottom, and my 18.02 grams of water will go on top. Again, looking to cancel out my moles of water, and I'll just multiply 5.34 times 18.02 to get my final answer. I'm going to round to 3 sig figs this time. I have 96.2 grams of water in this answer. So far so good. Everything's pretty straightforward in terms of conversions. In previous videos, we were using 1 mole is equal to 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd compounds. In these problems so far, that is not a requirement. All right, moving on. How many grams are in 1.56 moles of CaCl2? So again, starting off with that 1.56 moles of CaCl2, keeping in mind my final answer will only have 3 sig figs. I will have to take a minute to calculate the molar mass of CaCl2. So 1 mole has to go on the bottom to cancel out. The molar mass when calculated is 110.98 grams using that chart. And then my final answer can only have 3 sig figs, so my answer will be 173 grams of CaCl2. Last example in your notes, how many moles are contained in 456 grams of copper 2 phosphate? Well, before we even begin this problem, let's go ahead and write out the formula for copper 2 phosphate. So Cu 2 positive, and then phosphate is PO4 3 negative. Finalizing that as a chemical formula, I should get Cu3, my bad, Cu3 PO4 2. When I calculate out the molar mass of that compound, I calculated 351.62 grams. That will be useful in solving this problem here in just a moment. All right, so starting off with 456.0 grams of Cu3 PO42 over 1. And now I'm going to put that molar mass I just calculated on the very bottom to cancel out my units of grams. So 351.62 grams of Cu3 PO42, and then 1 mole of that substance. Again, when I go to calculate this out, I can only have 4 sig figs in my final answer due to that 456.0, and my answer should be 1.297 moles of Cu3 PO42. And that should conclude your notes on this section.